Good morning. It's currently about 5:45 in the morning, and today I'm just gonna be taking you through my morning routine. As you can see, it's still dark outside. I'm finna be going out there, but today I'm just gonna be going through a little bit of what my morning routine looks like on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna be going through Bible studies, doing workouts, just having a disciplined, productive morning so that I can get my day started, make videos, and just do what I'm called to do. So right now, I literally wasted like 15 minutes of my morning trying to figure out where my tripod is, but I'm gonna just stop looking for it. I don't really need it, but I want to talk a little bit about the wake up, especially this morning and this past couple of weeks, because I've been working an overnight job and my routine kind of changed, and so it gave me kind of an excuse to sleep in a little bit and things like that. And so I could have just stopped, but the reason why I want to keep doing this is it's not because I need more time and things like that, but I know that the morning is the time where it's the most quiet out of the whole entire day. When I wake up at 8, 9, 10 and things like that, and I used to do that a lot, I find myself getting distracted more easily, whether that be watching, social media and things like that. I would end up doing that and scrolling on my phone and things like that. And so that's why I decided to wake up at 5:30 every single day. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. You would think that I've been doing it for like 2-3 months and it just gets easier and easier. But in reality, it's still hard to wake up. I still have to struggle to get back into bed. I was literally contemplating this morning, like, do I just go back into my bed? Do I just go back to sleep? Because I put my phone across the room to make sure that I had to get up. And then in that moment, when I turned off my alarm, it was like, do I decide to go back to sleep? Because I can. Like, I can just, not post 5:30 wake up. So I can just, not wake up. I just not get my morning started, not spend time with God and just do it later. Especially because I got 6 hours of sleep. But yeah, I just push through it. And that's important because you're going to have to do some type of pushing through in that moment if you truly want to spend an alone time with God in the morning. So, like I said, the first thing I did was brush my teeth and then I washed my face. I was going to ice my face. I didn't really need to wake up, to stay up, but I got out of that sleeping mode as soon as I, put some water on my face and brush my teeth because, I had my eyes closed when I was brushing my teeth as well because, I was absolutely tired. But right now I'm just going to spend a little bit of time with God. I like to do this, off camera and things like that. I think I recorded it a couple times on my last vlog, but yeah, I'm going to spend time with God and then I'm going to come back to y'all when I record my workouts and things like that. Last thing I want to touch on is I honestly don't really like doing Bible study in my room. Is something I just can't focus. And there's even times where I used to be in my room and I would literally wake up, try to read the Bible in my bed and end up going to sleep because of that. And so one thing that I like to do is actually leave and not do Bible study in my room and go somewhere where you can just sit down and maybe have a cup of coffee somewhere out in public, and that helps me focus better. I don't know why. And so I'm gonna just go right now. I'm just go to the place I usually go. I usually post it on my story. If you've been with me for a while, then you know where I usually be. So I definitely want to say that some days are easier than others. Like today was pretty tough, honestly. It was like I didn't really want to do it, especially like when a routine changes. You have to be able to adapt quick because if not, your habits will easily like just drop because your routine changes. It's like a huge excuse that you make to yourself if your routine changes. And so that's why I had to make sure that I woke up at 5 a.m. today, 5:30, and push through it because my routine changed. And so like I didn't want to go back to my old habits. But one thing that you need to be able to do in order to have like a drive to even wake up and have a productive morning is have something to work towards. The word says that those who have no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And so if you don't have a vision for yourself, if you don't know the impact that you even want to make in the first place, what's gonna drive you to even wake up at 5:30? What's gonna drive you to stop giving in to temptation? Stop doing the things that God is calling you to do. Live the life that God is calling you to live, because it's not an easy life. Jesus woke up at what? Probably like 4 a.m. probably, most likely. But you'd be surprised how much waking up at 5:30 every single day helps you fight your flesh. It really does. It gets you in the mode to just be productive and do what God is calling you to do, especially when the first thing you do is spend time with God. You have your mind on God first, and then you end your day with God. And so there's no really wiggle room for temptation when all your mind is on is Christ, your purpose, and doing God's will. And when you are so focused on those three things, lust, any temptation that I used to struggle with, it doesn't have any wiggle room for me. And so that's why, even if I were to be in a season where I'm struggling with my flesh, I know how to get back on track. It's simply just by following the systems, following the steps of waking up, having a productive morning, and having my mind on God and His will. And so right now it's about 6:50. I literally just got through reading my word. I read like 5 to 6 chapters because I was in Esther. I'm trying to get through the whole entire Bible this year. And it's really been, like, I've really been consistent with it. Most people try to read the whole Bible, especially at the beginning of the year. They may have that on their New Year's resolution. And I kind of had the same thing, but I had finished the Bible already. I just wanted to read it in a specific order. But the reason why I'm able to be consistent with this, and honestly, some people may not be, is because I'm literally doing this to get an idea of who truly God is. And so I want to remember the whole entire Bible. And I'm literally doing this to grow closer to God. Like, that is the specific goal. I've already read the Bible, like flipping from Romans to the Old Testament to the Gospels and things like that. But this year I kind of want to read it in order and really see why the Bible is even in the order it's in, and also be able to apply every story to my life in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, it's been amazing. I read Esther this morning. The thing that I got from it is, first off, if you don't know who Esther is, Esther was just a woman who got basically chosen to be queen, and she got put in a position where she had to be bold and save her people because she was a Jew, and there was someone trying to kill all the Jews. And so what I had got from that story was, it's important, first off, to be bold and stand up with your what you believe in. And also, if you don't know, it's the queen's uncle or the queen's cousin, one of those two, who had not bowed down to one of the people in charge, and he tried assassinating all the Jews. And so Esther had to stand up for her people because she was a Jew as well, but just didn't tell anybody. And she ended up saving all the Jews, basically. It's crazy that people say there's no story about women, but that is a prime example of a story about a woman in the Bible. And so, it just taught me how to be bold. How to be bold for what I stand in, as well as taught me what will happen if I get prideful. Like the person in that Bible that was trying to kill all the Jews. He was a little prideful. He got a little bold because he had a little authority, and authority got taken away from him because he got prideful, and he ended up getting killed the same way he was trying to kill the Jews. And so, that just reminded me, he who exalts himself will be humble. It reminded me of that verse. And so that's kind of what I like to do when I'm reading the entire Bible, is not just read it to, know what it means, but actually read it to apply it to my life. And the more that you do that, not only will you renew your mind, but you'll be able to use it in certain scenarios in your life. Like if I'm getting scared to actually go take action on something or stand up for myself. Now I remember, I just read Esther. Like she just stood up for herself, so I gotta do the same thing. She also was called to fast before making a decision, so that could, make me want to fast before a certain decision for like spiritual discipline and things like that. And so, that's just how I apply the word to my life. Right now I'm probably finna go work out, things like that. And I kind of want to go over how I stay structured and how I want to get more structured, honestly, because I honestly want to start taking more notes. I want to get more structured because right now all I use is a phone. I don't really journal and things like that. I have journals where I have goal setting and I want to use it more. Right now I just have goals that were set in my journal, and then I just have like everything else, like my to-do list in like a Google Doc, and as well as my phone. I have an app called Structured where it just structures out my day. It tells me what to do. Basically gives me alert to when I do it. So I like structure out all my hours so I can keep a productive morning. But I know that I can be more productive with my time. I know I can be a little bit hard on myself, but I'm always looking for ways to grow because I am doing pretty good with my time, but I think it's time to step it up a notch and just be, always productive and things like that. So right now I'm finna go work out, get a good workout in. Right after that, I'm probably gonna eat and then finish my morning routine by, getting some work done. I'll show y'all what I do when I usually work and how I go about making my videos and just structuring out my day. So. I got this one last rep. I really did not feel like doing this workout. I'm gonna keep it real. I really did not feel like doing this last exercise, but especially because I'm doing a fasted workout. Like I only do fasted workouts in the morning. Like if I don't work out in the morning, then I'm not doing a fasted workout. But I'm hungry, ready to go, but I gotta finish this last exercise and I'll be out of here. It's 8 o'clock too. Just hit 8 o'clock, and so that's hey. I was finna use that as an excuse to leave, honestly. I was like, it's 8 o'clock. I'll have been done right on the dot, but hey, let's just finish this in like 5 minutes and get up on out of here. All right, cool. Just got through with my workout. It took about like an hour. So it's like 8 o'clock right now. I know the sun out. It's gonna get hot, so I gotta take off this hoodie. I'm so used to the winter, but I'm in Texas, so it be getting like 90, 100 during the summer. So right now, since I got done with the workout, bro, my shoulder's gonna be burning. It's gonna be sore. Hopefully I'm not too sore, but I could have went a little bit harder. I could have did a little bit more weight, I should say. I shouldn't say go harder because, hey, I did some. You're going to see that I did a rep till failure. Literally, I didn't finish the rep, so I had to do an extra one that next set. But right now, I'm finna do my nutrition. I'm finna get 1,000 calories because, hey, we finna get back in the surplus. I hit my goal of 185, so I took a little break so my gut wouldn't feel terrible. Now I have to figure out a way to take care of my gut and lean bulk at the same time. And so I'm finna go to the store, get 1,000 calories this morning so I can make it easier for me to hit my caloric surplus goal. The main reason why it's so hard for me to gain weight is because I'm so active. Not saying it's not possible, but it's harder for me because I begin like 8,000 to 10,000 steps per day. And so that's why in my program, I have a competition where you can literally walk with me. Like it shows how much steps I get per day with me just carrying my phone. And I have a group with all my clients where they can walk as well with me to see if they have like if they want to lose weight, it's best to get like a lot of steps. And so that's why they can compete with me, even though I'm trying to gain weight. And so if you're not getting more steps than me and you trying to lose weight, then hey, it's going to be hard. One thing my coach always told me is that, hey, if you are not getting nutrition, if you're not getting the food that you need after a workout, then you really just wasted a workout. And so right now I'm finna go show y'all what I'm getting from the store to get 1,000 calories. I don't gotta count 1,000 calories at home. And then, yeah, we're gonna get started with the day. Let's get it. So once I eat, I kind of want to write down my goals because I've never wrote down my goals before. I usually put them in my notes, like in my phone notes, but I don't actually have them. I usually I don't look back at them. I sometimes do it every now and again, but I want to start journaling every day because I know that's something that can actually take my productivity to a whole nother level and make sure that
make sure like double down on my time. And so the way that I set up my goals always align with the person, the identity that I want to have. And so if I want to be this person who's healthy, who's fit, who's a man of God, who leads his future wife, who leads, different ministries, make impact, who has full self-control over his body, I'm going to have to make sure that my goals align with that identity. So a prime example of this is, say, my fitness goals. I always have a fitness goal. I want to gain weight, and I want to be able to control where my weight goes. And so if I want to say I want to hit 190 or 200 pounds, even though I'm 180 right now, I'll be able to hit that goal no matter what. Same vice versa. If I want to lose 20 pounds, then I should be able to lose 20 pounds and just be able to have that full self-control over my body. Same thing with being stronger and getting my legs stronger. The main reason why I want to gain weight, it's not just to look bulky and things like that and have a more aesthetic body. That's part of it. But I also have like a little bit of knee pain, and it's because of my knee. My legs aren't strong enough, and so I need to get more stronger in my legs, my quads specifically, because I have quad tendinopathy. And so I'm trying to get rid of that so I can also start playing basketball again and start getting, bouncy and jumping like that. But I can't do that if I have knee pain already. And plus, I also want to be able to get rid of knee pain even when I'm older. And so I'm not just working for looking aesthetic, but I'm also working for my future self so that I can look and feel the best when I'm 40, 50, 60. So I'm already planning for my future. I'm working right now for my future self. Now that's just for my fitness goals, for my spiritual goals and things like that. I want to grow closer to Christ because I know first off that's the best for me, and he wants a relationship with me. But I know that also it benefits the people around me. It's not just for me. And so that gives me that eternal drive to stay away from temptation. So there's no going back. It's like a burning desire. It used to be like an overwhelming temptation to, give in to lust and things like that, because I didn't have a vision for my life. I didn't have this identity that I could be that man of God, that leader. But now that I do have that drive, hold on. I was in a part where I could turn left, and then light was blinking, and like I couldn't see cars coming, so I didn't know if it was I was gonna be able to turn. But yeah, like I was saying, that internal drive to become that man of God that God has called me to be, I can now see myself as that person. And the more that I grow closer to God, the more that I read the word, the more that my habits align with that person I'm called to be, the more I start to have faith that I can be that person. And so if your habits don't align with that, of course it's still going to be hard to wake up at 5 a.m. It's still going to be hard to resist temptation. Like I have flesh too. It's hard for me to resist lust. It's hard for me to resist, certain music in my life. It's hard for me to resist these things, but that internal drive to become that man of God that God has called me to be always pushes me through that. And of course, it makes it even easier when you're not by yourself, when you have friends. I was just at a Bible study last night, and I have those people around me to be able, if I were to be going through something, I could confess to them. If I were to be struggling with something, I can confess to them. But I'm at a point in time where I'm part of the leadership, and so it's like a literal obligation to live this life for Christ. It's like I have no other choice. There's no going back. And so you need to put yourself in that position, because think about it, it's so much easier to commit to somebody else than it is to commit to yourself. Think about going to the gym. It's so much easier to not go to the gym when you only commit to yourself. It's so much easier to go back into lust when you only commit to yourself. But if you commit to somebody else, you commit to your future self, you commit to your family, you commit to somebody else because you know that you are supposed to be a leader, then it's so much easier to say, hey, I need to do this. It's an obligation. And so that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to being disciplined and doing just things that are productive. It's just like I have to, because hey, I wrestle against the flesh every single day. Paul even said he wrestled against the flesh. And the only way we're going to be able to overcome this flesh is if we identify with the person who God has called us to be. So, hey, let me get inside this store, man. We got things to do. So it turns out really that's the only thing I need. Other than that, I basically have everything else. So, yep, we just going to get up on out of here and make our shake. Have our 1,000 calories for the morning. So. about 1,280 calories. Yeah, that's I'm kind of lean bulking right now, so it's 1,280 calories plus 60 grams of protein, and I really don't have to eat until like 12 or 1 to like 4 hours, and I'll probably be hungry again by then anyway. But right now I'm finna get a couple things done. I have to, first off, like I said, I'm finna start journaling again. This is the journal I actually use to first set goals. Like, I have goals in here and things like that, but I never stuck to them, and so I never usually write down my stuff. I didn't like to journal, but I want to kind of get into it now. And so I know that I have goals set in my phone, but I know that journaling will probably take me to another level of productivity. And so I'm just going to be going through what exactly I am journaling, what my goals are going to look like, so that you can apply it to your life as well. Now, I do have to go get some work done, probably at like 10. Right now it's like 9:45. And so right after I'm getting done journaling, I'm gonna go get some work done for like an hour, and then come back and then work on my business, show y'all a couple things of what I'm working on, and then other than that, that should be the rest of the day, the rest of the morning, I should say. So it's 9:52 and I'm still working on my goals, but I actually have to go at 10, so I probably should get ready right now. I will finish these as soon as I get back. It's gonna be like an hour, so I'm gonna be back at like maybe 11 o'clock. And so I just finished my notes. The reason why I changed clothes, because I got back from work, but see, I just got my Bible open, but I got my notes right here. See my notes. Show y'all exactly how I just finished my goals, because I just got through. As soon as I got off work, I just went straight to setting the goals. So as you can see, I got 5 goals, 4 objectives, and 5 action plans, 5 ways to actually implement them in your life or in my life. And so the way I did this is the Kingdom Method. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I made a video yesterday, or it was yesterday, about, I think I posted it yesterday or 2 days ago, one of the two, where I talked about the Kingdom Method, Kingdom Man Method, or King Man Method, where you actually, first off, you figure out what your calling is. Number 2, you identify the pillars in your life, so the different goals that you may have in your life, because there's relationship goals, there's mindset goals, there's all types of goals that you may be able to divide in your different pillars that you can divide in your life. And so I just made 5 separate goals for each one of those. I really didn't name the obstacles that much. I should have. But I know the obstacles that's going to come with each of these. When I was writing these, I literally knew the obstacles in my mind. And then obviously, I have a system in place to make sure that I actually do these things and get to the dream state that God wants me to be in. To break this down a little bit more, the first 5 goals that I wrote down is, first off, relationship, fitness, finances, faith, and purpose. So how I want to grow in, relationship wise and becoming a better man of God for my future wife is, becoming a better leader, and obviously loving more like Jesus and learning how to love like Jesus. And the way to do that is by serving with love, serving without asking for anything in return, because the reason why we love Jesus is because he loved us first. And so he served us by laying down his life, not just laying down his life as in getting killed for us, but he also surrendered everything by literally not giving in to temptation, not doing anything, and then asking nothing in return. And all he's asking for us is our heart. He just wants our heart. So, of course, I'm learning more and more about his love. But for my fitness, I want to become stronger and more athletic to get, rid of this knee pain, because I do got knee pain, and I'm trying to really get rid of it. So that's why I'm really lifting heavy. Of course, I want a better aesthetic, but I also want to feel better, way better. My financial goals is to get 3 transformations in my business. So I want to actually impact someone's life and see them actually change in front of my eyes, and change people's lives just through social media who are not in my business or who are not part of the system. And I'm gonna show y'all actually after this of how I'm working on that and how I'm gonna get that faith goal. And the reason why I'm waking up at 5 a.m. and learning about Christ every day is, or reading the word, is to learn about Christ and how to apply it to my life, and learn more about the history of religion to be able to defend the faith that is these are like my motivational factors to read the word every single morning, because I really want to grow closer to Christ, really want to know how to grow my relationship with him every single day, and also know the history to be able to defend the faith. And my purpose goal is to grow closer to loved ones and build more connections. And so 4 objections to get that. A morning routine: do something for loved ones and ask nothing in return every day. Don't mind my handwriting, but eating the caloric surplus, and work out 5 days, post reels every day and stories, make the system to where it's impossible for my clients to fail, and then meditate on the word daily and study apologetics weekly. How I'm gonna actually apply this to my life, my 5 steps to my action plan right here is to spend time with loved ones, to see how I can actually help and serve them. So if you want to serve people, you actually have to seek for their problems, see how they would actually want to get served and how you can impact their life. And number 2, for fitness, to get stronger, I need to follow the system and track macros. So I built a system so that I ensure I hit my goals, me and my clients. I'm gonna show y'all this after, but number 3, to grow in social media, have a content strategy and a routine to stick to so that I'm actually consistent and I'm actually posting every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's my scheduled YouTube, long form YouTube. So you should expect a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Number 4, for my business, I want to study people's problems, actually understand what people are going through so I can impact their life. And then also study my own problems, because I used to have my past self used to struggle with lust and things like that. And so I'm really building a system on how I could impact my past self to get to the point where I'm at now. And I want to apply that into my system. And then lastly, to grow with God, I just have to have a time where I spend time with God, and I already do that. And so, yep, this is kind of how you can set up your goals, and so that you can journal it every single day and see how you're doing towards that. And that's how you can really visualize and start to identify as that person that God has called you to be. And so right now I'm going to go over what I'm doing next. Right now I'm going to be building videos for my actual course. Before I actually start making the actual videos, I want to go through exactly what I have right now. So this is what I'm currently working on. This is I actually already finished this module right here, and I'm working on this one right here, how to develop full self-control. And in it, you can see overcoming lust, overcoming pride, attacking feelings like Christ. So this is like how to love like Christ, how to love in every situation, even when, you feel like a little prideful, maybe you feel angry in a certain situation, or, just overcoming your feelings, overcoming laziness, procrastination, and things like that. This is going over all of them. And then becoming disciplined effortlessly is going to go over how you can continuously be disciplined no matter what. So I already have the slides and everything ready to make those videos, so I'll have all of that uploaded by today. But what I'm also giving them is what I need to work on is the accountability part. So what I like the most about this program is that I'm going to literally be holding them accountable. And so I have this app that can literally track their habits. And so every client that actually ends up signing up, will get access to the Trainer Rise. And in the Trainer Rise, say, for example, this is not an actual client, but this is just an example of how a client would actually be. And say he has a goal to hit 190. Well, he's going to be able to have his nutrition goal right here. He's going to have everything, and I'm going to be able to see him track everything so I can see his habits. Now, say there's a habit that he wants to, overcome lust. He wants to grow closer to God. He wants to get rid of screen time. He wants to do something like that. And so we're going to go over all of that in an onboarding call. And what's going to happen is he's going to be able to see how he's doing each and every day. So he would put his habits right here. He can create a habit. Oh, my fault. He can create a habit, and it shows his streak. So his longest streak and things like that. And obviously he goes in and edits those every single day. And so, for example, if he wants to step here, he can just go in here and click complete. And then I'll be like 2 days in a row. Boom, simple. And then you can do that less than 4 hours of screen time. He can show me a screenshot if you wanted to, and then he can do this every single day, and it's just on his phone, so it makes it even easier to access. Obviously, this allows me to hold them more accountable, so that if they have like 5 days in a row where they're falling, now we can get on a call, and I can
I can actually see if he has been tracking everything, like tracking all his habits and things like that. And we'll put more habits so that it's not just about staying pure, but it's actually about, you know, walking in better habits and things like that. So yeah, not only do I have the videos, but there's also a program and an app that actually goes along to make sure that they are staying consistent. Oh, sorry about that. And then for those who are actually trying to lose weight, I actually even have something better for them. Let me make a copy of this. I have this graph that absolutely will change everything about the weight loss progress. So if you are someone who is trying to lose weight, for example, that's why I put weight loss tracker. If you're trying to lose weight, say your start weight is 160 and you want to get to 150. Well, I have this to where now if you look at the dates every single week, actually change the date, it's like the 15th, yeah, the 15th. Now you can actually see what your progress is going to look like. And so this is the target. This is what you should be sticking to. And that person is 160. And so now that you know that you want to lose 0.5 pounds per week, you can actually put that right here. And so after like 1 week, you track your weight and then you put it right here. And 58, say that. And now it pops up on here. And so you can actually see this blue is the goal and this red is where you're actually at. And so now you can see each week if you're actually hitting your goals or not, which is gonna be pretty easy. You are tracking your macros and everything else. So it's going to literally scientifically prove that you are going to hit your goals. And so that's a cool little thing. And then I also have, you know, little meal plans and things like that to ensure that they have the things that they love to eat while also still hitting their goals. And so, yeah, that's just what I've been working on, helping you grow in fitness and your faith. It's having that self-control and also making an impact in other people's life. Because the word says be fruitful and multiply, meaning that have fruits in your life, but also multiply it on the others. And so I want to be able to help people become the best version of themselves, the best version that God has called them to be. It's not just about self-improvement, but it's about becoming the man that God has called you to be. So I'm gonna get working on these videos right now. I'm absolutely exhausted, bro. And so we're gonna just take a little break, honestly, a mental break, probably go outside and pray, walking out in nature, and then I'm probably gonna get back at y'all because, hey, I'm exhausted. So I'm finna make my second meal right now. It's probably gonna be lean ground beef, like a burger or something like that, because I'm bulking. And so it's a lot of protein in lean ground beef, less fat. And so that's why I like it so much. I would add like some rice. Rice is a good, you would be surprised, rice is actually really, really good for weight gain. White rice specifically. I don't know why I just dropped a potato, bro. But yeah, these brioche buns right here, they'll give you those calories that you need. So it's gonna be like 340 calories in just the buns itself. But this gaining weight teaches me a lot about health in general and just controlling my body weight in general. And so, yeah, I'm finna make this. I forgot I actually have a call with one of my clients, and so onboarding call. And so I'm just gonna make sure that he knows exactly what he's doing, how he's gonna hit his goals, and giving him an exact blueprint on how to achieve his goals. And so I just got off the call with two of my clients. They actually overlapped because I was going over a whole bunch. I didn't think it would take that long, but you don't understand how hungry I am. Like I have to eat something like right now, man. So I'm finna make me a burger or two, and yeah, we finna weigh everything so we can make sure we hit our macros. So yeah. Nah, that's crazy. Yes, sir. This is the final product. Whew. You're wondering why I put double cheese, it's because I'm trying to get extra calories, but I'm absolutely hungry, so I'm finna devour this. Then I'm probably just gonna put a conclusion at the end because there's not really much else to do. Not gonna lie, that burger was so good. Probably one of the best burgers I ever ate because I was hungry. Like, I was really, really hungry. So right now, I'm finna go make a couple of videos, not for that, but actually for my social media, so I can make even more impact on there. And so that's kind of where my motivation is right now. That's where I'm getting all my motivation from. It's just working on that and really helping people out because I know that's going to actually change people's lives. So the clients I already have in there, they're doing good. I just got on calls with them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the vlog. Not too crazy of a day, but these are my favorite days, just working to become the person that God has called me to be. And I love to do this every single day, even if it's not crazy amounts of fun. So this is honestly, this is an average day. This is how my days usually go. But in the days that I work an overnight shift, this is usually my routine. And I'm finna go make a video right now. I really don't even know what I'm gonna make a video about. I got until like 7:30 to post. It's 6:30 right now. I literally feel like I've been working all day. Like I'm kind of exhausted, honestly. And so I'm finna go finish this video. Other than that, the day's gonna pretty much be over. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not gonna get my night routine. This is supposed to just be a morning routine, but hey, this whole day was just me on go like all the time. So I feel like that's such a blessing. I really prayed for this, that I have something to always keep me busy. That's how I'm able to just, I feel the most fulfilled when I literally have always something to do. Not overworking myself, but actually enjoying the work. Like, I actually want to go make videos. I want to go be productive. I want to go to work and things like that. And one of the things that I learned is that there's a difference between working and toiling. Toil is when you overwork, when you feel dreadful, when you feel overwhelmed, and working is actually when you just love to do what you're doing. You can never just overwork, really. It's when you are toiling, when you are dreadful, when you are doing these things, and it's damaging your mindset, damaging your relationship with your loved ones. And so drive to just making an impact in other people's lives just really drives me every single day. And so once you find that vision, once you find that impact, whether that be through social media, whether that be through going to a nonprofit and like helping them. You could be working for a specific business that you just want to make an impact for. Like, once you find what you really are passionate about, that's when you just like, you'll be so on fire, you won't even want to do the things of the flesh. So yeah, I always got to give me some nature. I always got to walk. Every single day I got to be out here. And that's how I'm able to even think clearly, get video ideas, and usually things will just come to me. And so, yeah, I'm trying to post every single day. Reels, short. I'm trying to post shorts every single day. As far as long form content, I do that like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So other than that, yeah, that's basically my day. I'm gonna get up on out of here because it's been a really long day. And so just trying to make this last social media post and then get something to eat and go to sleep and repeat. So appreciate you for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you leave a like. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. So peace. Y'all stay blessed.